Hey folks, how's it going? I was just trying to decide whether to do this video in Gaelic or in English, and I figured I'll do it in English because this might be useful for people who want to learn but still haven't fully learned Gaelic so that they can understand it. This is my first ever unboxing book I bought online about 2 weeks ago. I paid for it, I think, from a place called the DIAS, Dublin Institute for Advanced, I forget what, advanced science or something. I'll put the details down below in the notes. So this is it, and it's come in a box so that I can actually unbox it. It was in, I suppose, was in the package in it. My sister Debbie picked it up, so she probably took it out of the packaging because she's a little bit curious. And this is a book I've been lusting after for years, really. I had access to it once many years ago in a library and took so many photocopies out of it, loads of photocopies. Now it's all mine. Now this is a series of books. It's called the Linguistic Atlas and Survey of Irish Dialects, Volume 2 by Wagner. The name Wagner is very big in the preservation of Gaelic as it was spoken before, because this guy did some fabulous work. Just caught some dialects just in the nick of time before they went extinct and documented them all with excellent phonetic script, as you can see there. So this, once you've learned the phonetic script, it's practically the same as having an audio. You're looking at the script there, and it's like you can hear what they're saying after a while, once you get used to it, yeah? And it's not difficult at all to learn phonetic script. And so there are, I believe, 3 or 4 books in this series. There is the one that has the maps and such details. And now I don't know if that comes along with one of the main dialectical ones, because this is the one up from the west of Ireland, which has all the Connaught dialects. So that's counties Galway, Mayo, Sligo, and wherever else there. There's a nice little small map on this one, just one page of a map on this book, which shows the areas. It shows Ireland and then the area that this book focuses on. And you can see there are quite a lot of spots there on that map where, when they were doing these surveys, they found native Gaelic speakers. Now, in an awful lot of those places, there are absolutely no native Gaelic speakers living there anymore. I guess oftentimes they just caught the last 2 or 3 speakers in the village or the townland or wherever it was, and quickly jotted down what they said. And one of my main interests in this book is the Achill dialect, because that's one that's so close to being extinct, but I have some students who are interested in learning it. So I'll be brushing up on the various versions of saying words in that dialect. I have a pretty good grasp on the dialect at the moment, but it's going to be a lot better once I've read this, because at the moment, real native speakers of Achill Gaelic, I doubt there's even a dozen left who can speak it well. And of course it shows all around Mayo, and this book seems to also include County Donegal. I didn't know that. Okay, well, I'll check that later. Anyway, there's my unboxing. I'm chuffed to bits with this book. So many spots around the area. It shows Gaelic as it is. Well, certainly was then, and probably still is, in such areas as Belmullet and Tormakeedy and all around Connemara. And then it shows places, of course, as I said, where it's not spoken at all anymore. For example, I see there's one here in what's the name of that town? Clún Carawan. What's it in English? I forget the name of the town in English, and it's right beside. It's in my own county. Anyway, it's one of the towns around Clube there, and then it shows a bunch of places there. Hopefully I'll include a snap of this map on this video so you can get a feel for it. And trying to remember that town now. Damn it, it's just slipped my mind, because it's a very different word in English than in Gaelic. And in Gaelic, Clún Carawan comes easy to mind, and the other one then, of course, it's a completely different sound. something Berg, Louisburg, of course. So it seems they must have tracked down a native speaker of Gaelic in Louisburg. This must have been this was first published in 1966, so I guess the survey was done in the years coming up to that, maybe in the 50s and 60s. I don't know for sure, but it's a treasure trove. Like, there's so much fine print in there of so many. This is 90% just where they've jotted down what they got these native Gaelic speakers to say. They get them a list of words and sentences and phrases and all sorts, and it's so easy to compare the different pronunciations from place to place. Some of them, as I say, still used in those areas, and others now from kind of micro dialects that are now extinct, unfortunately. But not fully, they're not fully dead, because we got them here. We can resuscitate them whenever we want, and it's going to be great, as I say, for my learners of Gaelic to make sure they've got all the right pronunciations and turns of phrase and grammar and all that, because that's all included in these phrases. That's all for now. Hopefully I'll do more on this one. I've started to use it and started digesting it a bit. Have a great day, folks. Bye bye.